to me are sweet as roses in the morning. You to me are soft as summer rain at dawn, and love we share, that's something rare. The sidewalks in the street, the concrete and the clay beneath my feet begins to crumble, but love will never die, because we'll see the mountains tumble before we say goodbye.
Hey everybody, this is Ed Rambeau saying good evening and welcome to my little corner of the world. And as promised, tonight is listener request night, and we happen to have a show that is jam-packed full of them. But before we get into it, allow me to take this moment to give you a heads up about my next show. Since August is always the hottest month, requiring I run my air conditioner full time, which inhibits the recording of my show because the noise from the running air conditioner gets onto the recording, I always like to take the entire month of August off. And since I'm already a little late, my next show won't air until the last Thursday in September, which will be September 28th. So please make a note of that. My next show won't air until September 28th. That being said, to kick off tonight's listener request show entitled The Song Is You, here's one from my longtime Facebook friend Barbara Mason, a wonderful lady who happens to hail from my hometown of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. As her request, Barbara has chosen a great kickoff number, Young Hearts Run Free. So this one's for you, Barbara.
What's the sense in sharing this one and only life, ending up with only a lost and lonely wife? You count up the years and they will be filled with tears. Love only breaks up to start over again. She'll get the babies, but she won't have her man. Oh no, when she isn't looking, I'll love every chick that I can. I say I'm gonna leave 1,000 times a day. It's easier said than done when you just can't break away. When you just can't break away. Oh, young hearts, run free. Never be hung up like my baby and me. Yeah, I used to be. Whoa, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really does love you. Oh, that's for sure. It's high time now, just one crack at life. Who wants to live it in trouble and strife? Not me, my mind must be free to learn all I can about me. I'm gonna love me for the rest of my days. Encourage the babies every time they say self-preservation is really what's going on today. Alright, I say I'm gonna leave 1,000 times a day, but how can I cut loose when I just can't break away? When you just can't break away. Oh, young hearts, run free, run free. Never be hung up like my baby and me. Yeah, I used to be. Whoa, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really does love you. Oh, that's for sure. Whoa, young hearts, run free. Never be hung up like my baby and me. Like I used to be. Whoa, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when nobody does love you.
Thanks, Barbara Mason, for that wonderful kickoff, and I appreciate your fine request. Let's move on to our second request from someone I had the pleasure of meeting at Radio City Music Hall during the taping of an America's Got Talent show a few years back. Her name is Teresa McCarthy, and Teresa has selected a wonderful ballad written by Peter Allen and sung by the Judy Garland character in the Broadway show The Boy from Oz. It's a sensational composition entitled All I Wanted Was the Dream, and this one's for you, Teresa.
All I wanted was the dream, just like anybody else. I didn't want it pushed aside, forgotten on the shelf. I wanted laughs and lots of lovers and limitless wealth. I just want to say you're better than anybody else. All I wanted was the time to obliterate my past. I didn't know how time can come and go so terribly fast. It's hard to lose it when you've had it right here in your grasp. But then you wake up and it seemed the dream that you dreamed was just too good to last. All I wanted was the time to obliterate my past. I didn't know how time can come and go so terribly fast. It's hard to lose it when you've had it right here in your grasp. But then you wake up and it seemed the dream that you dreamed was just too good to last.
Many thanks, Teresa McCarthy. I appreciate that fine request, and I hope you enjoyed it along with the rest of my awesome listeners. The third request for this evening comes from an exceptionally dear friend of mine for many, many years. And with regard to my career, she has been one of the most supportive ladies in my life. You all know her as Jean, and the song Jean has selected has also been selected by another Facebook friend of mine who happens to have been born in my hometown of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. We met many, many moons ago when I went to sing at her school, namely Greeby Junior High, which was once my junior high school. Her name is Anne Harishak, and the song these two wonderful ladies have mutually chosen is a great Italian classic entitled Al di là. So this one's for the both of you, Jean and Anne, and thanks to each of you for participating in tonight's request show.
Al di là del bene più prezioso ci sei tu, al di là del sogno più ambizioso, ci sei tu. Al di là delle cose più belle, al di là delle stelle, ci sei tu. Al di là ci sei tu. Per me, soltanto per me, al di là del mare più profondo, ci sei tu. Al di là dei limiti del mondo, ci sei tu. Al di là della volta infinita, al di là della vita, ci sei tu. Al di là ci sei tu per me. Al di là del bene più prezioso, ci sei tu. Al di là del sogno più ambizioso, ci sei tu. Al di là delle cose più belle, al di là delle stelle, ci sei tu. Al di là ci sei tu. Per me, soltanto per me, al di là del mare più profondo, ci sei tu. Al di là dei limiti del mondo, ci sei tu. Al di là della volta infinita, al di là della vita, ci sei tu. Al di là ci sei tu per me. Al di là ci sei tu per me.
Jean and Ann Harashak are responsible for that request, so thank you, ladies, and may the remainder of your evening be as special as the both of you. Oddly enough, request number 4 is also a song sung in Italian and was submitted by another longtime Facebook friend who also happens to be quite an amazing artist. His name is John J. Reisner, and the song John has selected is one he not only introduced to me, but also kept encouraging me to record. It is a wonderful tune entitled Senza Fine, so thank you, John, and this one's for you.
Senza fine, tu trascini la nostra vita, senza un attimo di respiro, per sognare, per poter ricordare ciò che abbiamo già vissuto senza fine.
sei un attimo senza fine. Non hai ieri, non hai domani, tutto è ormai nelle tue mani, mani grandi, mani senza fine. Non mi importa della luna, non mi importa delle stelle, tu per me sei luna e stelle, tu per me sei sole e cielo, tu per me sei tutto quanto voglio avere senza fine. La 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 la, senza fine. La 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 la. Thank you, John Reisner, not only for submitting a request for that beautiful song, but also for your persistent insistence that I record it, because I'm so happy I did. Tonight, we had two previous requests from women who live on Staten Island, namely Jean and Teresa. And my next request comes from a third resident of Staten Island named Diane Allange. Diane has been another one of my very supportive longtime radio listeners, and the song she's chosen tonight has been one of my personal longtime favorites ever since I first heard it, sung by the artist who made it famous, Mr. Perry Como. It's one of his finest, called It's Impossible, and this one's for you, Diane.
It's impossible. Tell the sun to leave the sky. It's just impossible. It's impossible. Ask a baby not to cry. It's just impossible. Can I hold you closer to me and not feel you going through me? Spend a second that I never think of you. Oh, how impossible. Can the ocean keep from rushing to the shore? It's just impossible. If I had you, could I ever want for more? It's just impossible. And tomorrow, should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I would sell my very soul and not regret it. For to live without your love, it's just impossible. Can the ocean keep from rushing to the shore? It's just impossible. If I had you, could I ever want for more? It's just impossible. And tomorrow, Should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I would sell my very soul and not regret it. For to live without your love, it's just impossible. Impossible. Just impossible.
Can't thank you enough, Diane Lange, for submitting that request, and I hope that you, along with my listeners, enjoyed it. Before bringing out Tom, my next request isn't a request at all, but a dedication which comes from the heart, from me, to two very dear friends who live in Florida, but came to New York City this past June and made my 80th birthday one to remember by not only bestowing upon me a horse and carriage ride through Central Park, numerous lunches and wonderful dinners, a visit to the top of the Rock, culminating by taking me to a delightful Broadway show, namely Some Like It Hot. These two people recently got married and are named David and Letitia Lachey. I was invited to their wedding, but since I couldn't make it, I composed a set of lyrics to the tune of Alfie, recorded it, and sent the recording down to Florida to be played when the bride and groom shared their first dance together as husband and wife. I call it Happy Marriage, David and Letty, and this one's for the both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Lachey. Have a happy marriage, Letty and David. For the rest of your life, may you share love and happiness, all that life has to offer. Then sprinkle that happiness everywhere, 'cause you two make quite a pair. There is nothing in the world that's equal to a love that is just meant to be. May the coming years hold your marriage together, so never tears from your eyes shall we see. 'Cause like the finest of wine, love gets better with age, my friends. So when your hearts intertwine, may it be the perfect linkage to produce the finest vintage. Yes, have a happy marriage, Letty and David. Love, honor, and cherish each other. And as you start this brave new life together, Letty and David, here's wishing the absolute best for you. May your wedding dreams all come true. Since I can't be there, I thought this song might be the next best thing. My greatest wish for you both is that you have a life together that is so awesome that even in death you'll not part. With love, your friend forever, Ed. I hope you enjoyed that, David and Letty, and thanks again for making my birthday one of the most memorable ever. For those of you who may have just tuned in, you're listening to Ed Rambeau, and this is My Little Corner of the World on MemoryLaneOldies.com. Tonight's theme, The Song Is You. But before moving on, you all know what time it is. It's time for America's favorite pussycat, Talking Tom. Come on in and say hello, little buddy, and, what's the matter, Tom? You don't look so good.
It's Angelina again. I married a petite, young, beautiful pussycat, but she's literally been eaten by the thing I'm living with now.
Oh, Tom, come on. I've seen a picture of Angelina, and she's quite beautiful.
That photo must have been very old. In addition, she's not the most absorbent clump of sand in the litter box, you know.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm getting a little sick and tired of her constantly asking me why her brother has 4 sisters and she only has 3.
That is confusing. Why is that?
Eduardo, it appears the wheel is turning, but the hamster is dead.
Oh, come on. You know I was only kidding.
Yeah, right. Nice try. Oh, and then there's my mother-in-law. I'm sure you've heard she's been trying to lose weight, right? Well, now she's on 2 diets.
2?
Yeah, apparently she wasn't getting enough food on just one. But back to Angelina. She's now getting this new psychosis of being deathly afraid of getting old.
Oh? Why that all of a sudden?
I don't know. My best guess is she must have recently caught a glimpse of you.
Oh, stop it.
Did you know that when Angelina was young, her parents took her to a dog show and she won?
That's not true, and you know it.
Hey, not to change the subject, but last weekend, the wife and I paid a visit to Washington, D.C. Have you ever been there?
Not recently, but back in the 60s, I performed on a cruise ship that sailed down the Potomac River.
Really? Well, while we were there, we decided to pay a visit to where they keep all those, wax figures.
Oh, you mean Madame Tussauds?
No, Congress.
Good one, Tom. There's only humor in truth. On that note, however, before suggesting you say goodnight, my friend, I feel it's only polite to ask you if you'd like to stick around to hear me sing my next request.
Not really. I'm kind of swamped. Besides, whenever you start to sing, Eduardo, I wish I was definitely not in the same room.
You are so mean.
You call it mean, I call it truthful. Let's be honest, though. Every time I hear you sing, I think about all those sperm cells fighting like hell to be the first one to make it to the end, and that little bastard that got through to be you.
You are evil. Pure evil.
Let's hope you never have to sing for your supper, 'cause you'd starve to death.
Oh, and you're such a wonderful singer, right? A regular Pavarotti.
I know I can't sing, but at least I'm aware of it. Not like some people.
Just say goodnight, Tom, or you won't need Angelina to put you in the hospital.
Saying goodnight will be my supreme pleasure because it appears I'm never appreciated around here. So goodnight, everybody. Besides, my catnip awaits.
Good night, you little brat, and since I'm taking off the month of August, as the song goes, Tom, see you in September. That's it, my friends, America's favorite pussy brat, Talking Tom. Returning now to tonight's theme, The Song Is You. This next fine lady is not only another Facebook friend, but also was born in my hometown of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. However, she now lives in hometown, PA. Her name is Monica Serfield, and the request she submitted is one of the finest songs ever recorded by The Platters, My Prayer. So thank you, Monica Serfield, and this one's for you.
When the twilight is gone and no songbirds are singing, when the twilight is gone, you come into my heart, and here in my heart you will stay while I
My prayer is to linger with you. At the end of the day, in a dream that's divine. My prayer is a rapture in blue, with the world far away and your lips close to mine. Tonight, while our hearts are aglow, tell me the words that I'm longing to know. My prayer and the answer you give, may they still be the same for as long as we live, that you'll always be there at the end of my
We have Monica Serfield to thank for that one, so thank you, Monica, and I appreciate your taking the time to submit that request. Have a beautiful evening, sweet lady. Moving on to our next request, it comes from a lady who is my most recently acquired fan as well as friend. Since she's discovered me, she has been viewing my past shows one by one on YouTube and making some very kind comments along the way. She lives in the great state of California, and her name is Donna Orozco. And Donna's special request is that wonderful Benny King classic entitled, I Who Have Nothing. So thank you, Donna, and this one's for you, dear lady.
I who have nothing, I who have no one, adore you and want you so. I'm just a no one with nothing to give, dear darling, but oh, I love you. He buys you diamonds, bright, bright sparkling diamonds. But believe me, dear, when I say that he can give you the world, but he'll never love you the way I love you. He can take you any place he wants, fancy clubs and restaurants. I can only watch you with him, my nose pressed up against the window pane. I love you. I who have nothing, I who have no one, must watch you go dancing by, wrapped in the arms of somebody else, when darling it's I who loves you. Love you. Oh baby, I love you. I who have nothing.
I Who Have Nothing was featured as a result of Donna Orozco, so thanks again, Donna, and may you further enjoy my past radio shows as you continue to view them on YouTube. Have a great night and weekend, lovely lady. Moving on, upon discovering one of my longtime Facebook friends has an upcoming birthday on the 18th of this month, I asked her to choose a song to go along with my heartfelt wish for a very happy birthday a little in advance. Her name is Marcia Safardi, and Marcia has chosen not to submit a photo for the YouTube video, which is perfectly fine and the reason why I ask, because I'm aware that some folks choose not to. But that aside, Marcia has selected another one of my personal favorite songs, and if I remember correctly, it was first popularized by Percy Faith and his orchestra, but later made famous vocally by several recording artists. Among them are the Angels, the Vogues, Jerry Vale, Andy Williams, Shirley Bassey, and Tom Jones. It's called Till, and this one's for you, Marcia.
You are my reason to live. All I have I would give, just have you adore me, till the moon deserts the sky, till all the seas run dry. Till then I'll worship you. Till the tropic sun grows cold, till this young world grows old, my darling, I'll adore you. For you have you adore me till the rivers flow upstream, till lovers cease to dream. Till then I'm yours, be
Thank you, Marcia Safardi, for submitting that request, and once again, here's wishing you a very happy upcoming birthday on August the 18th, along with many happy and healthy returns of the day. Now, this next request comes from someone who has become a very dear friend with whom I communicate almost daily. She also hails from my hometown of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, but I never got to meet her there. We actually met a few years ago while I was visiting a friend in Santa Fe, and she drove up with a friend of hers named Mona from her home in Albuquerque to meet me. Her name is Cheryl Healy, and for years Cheryl has been asking me to record what she referred to as her personal favorite Peter Allen composition. Upon hearing it, I immediately wanted to record it, but unfortunately, no musical arrangement was available. A few weeks ago, she again brought the song to my attention, so I quickly checked to find out if there was any way I could possibly get a musical track. Well, using my determination coupled with my ingenuity, I finally found a way to do it. This composition is actually two songs that Peter Allen composed and put together as a medley. The first one you'll hear is entitled 6:30 Sunday Morning, which will segue into a song called New York, I Don't Know About You. So thanks for pushing me to record this one, Cheryl, because I'm very pleased with the way it turned out, and I hope my listeners agree. So without any further ado, this one's for you, Cheryl. Enjoy.
"6:30 Sunday morning, and it's raining. The kind of rain you'll only find on the west side. 6:30 Sunday morning, someone's jogging. The way he runs makes me think he's from the east side. Beautiful, you can get into and see more life along on a Central Park morning than on a country afternoon. 6:30 early autumn, leaves have fallen. Let 'em sleep, they will keep my secret. Sundays to make up for Saturday. cheaper to love. Don't make waking up easy. And this is the day you chose to be great. New York, I don't know about you. It's the right place, wrong people. I should have stayed home and went to bed. Friends lead me astray. I should have been here yesterday. New York, I don't know about you. There's too many dancing partners, just trying to get one alone, lone. But when you make out on the one-way subway, it's better if you're on your own. Oh, cheap wine, cheaper to love. It don't make waking up easy. Oh, this is the day you chose to be great. No, I don't know about you. New York, New York. I wish there were more rainy Sundays to make up for Saturday nights.
Thank you so much, Cheryl, on 2 counts. First, thanks for insisting I record that song, and secondly, for requesting it. The Song Is You is tonight's theme, and before singing my last request, which is also my most newly recorded song, allow me to once again remind you that my next show will not air until September the 28th. So please jot that down somewhere, and I hope to see you all back here after my brief, well-needed summer vacation. Now let's get to my closing number and request. First, it's requested by one of my most recent fans who has also become a very dear friend and one of the most complimentary. For I don't think there's a day that goes by that she doesn't reiterate how much she enjoys my voice. Her name is Karen Garabedian, and whenever I need somebody to make my day, I can always count on her. After she heard my most recently recorded song, she immediately asked if she could make it her request. It's a very jazzed up version of that old Johnny Mercer classic, Too Marvelous for Words. So I hope you all enjoy it, and this one's for you, Karen. I search for phrases to sing your praises, but there aren't any magic adjectives to tell you all you are. You're just too marvelous for words, like glorious, glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful. I'll never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I mean, they're just not swell enough. You're much, too much, and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. like adorable and amorous and glorious and glamorous, they're insufficient when applied to you. To be euphemistical, to be eulogistical, I have to come up with a million words I never thought I knew. I try to be logical and sensible, but I'm incomprehensible whenever I begin to find a phrase. But they never say enough, they never tell enough. I already told you no vocabulary swell enough. What do I do to say the things I have in mind? It's really absurd, there isn't a word to fit you. No matter where I look, I only seem to find delectable, delirious, magnificently mysterious. You're simply too spectacular to be in my vernacular, and so you see I'm forced to go to the birds. The reason must be quite apparent that you are just too utterly, utterly wonderful and marvelous for words. You're just too marvelous for words. Like rapturous, fabulous, your voice is tintinabulous. It's all too wonderful, an ordinary word. Like magical, mystical, seems much too apathistical. The sweetest words in Keats and Shelley's lyrics aren't sweet enough to be your panegyrics. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you you're colossal. You've made my whole life possible, and to marvelous for And that request from Karen Garabedian concludes our request show, as well as the final show for this summer season. With that, I hope you all enjoy the balance of your summer and join me back here on September 28th when my theme will be It's About Time. Before saying goodnight, allow me to once again thank everyone who requested a song for this evening's show, and I'll be doing more of these request shows once I return in the latter part of September. In the meantime, with nothing but love in my heart, from my little corner of the world to yours, here's hoping the remainder of your summer is as amazing as you all are, and I'll be anxiously awaiting to return to share more time with you in the fall. Meanwhile, let's return to our dear friend Ron Baker and Ron's Record Shop. Good night with buckets of love, everyone.